We're speaking with Antonio Swad, the man labeled by industry colleagues as a marketing genius because of his work with Pizza Patrón. He's one of the Food Channel pros, leaders with guts. Antonio, where do your innovative ideas come from?
You know, I think they mostly come from the people around me. You know, and I think that comes from creating an environment, and we try to have an environment here in the company that, first of all, you're allowed to say anything you want. It'll never be used against you. We won't take an idea, even if it's something that we never use, and then remind you of it later and say, oh, that was a terrible idea. You know, you can't do that if you want to continue to keep the flow of new ideas coming. So I think having a policy that you can say whatever you want here and it's going to be considered is really helpful. And as a result of that, you'd be surprised how many things just flow out of people. Or one person will begin with an idea, and then somebody else will refine that idea and make it better. And then maybe a third or a fourth person will come along and take it to the next level. So having that environment that welcomes and invites fresh thinking and new ideas, I think is the source of a lot of the cool things that we've done around here. And
you have overseen the premiere of the quick service pizza outlet. Where did that innovation come from?
Well, that was a sort of a partnership. We worked with the oven manufacturer to develop a pizza oven. We can actually cook you a custom-made pizza in 3.5 minutes. We combined that technology with a freestanding restaurant that has actually 3 distribution points, the drive-through if you're sitting in your car, if you want to get out of your car and come into the lobby and order, which is very typical of most of our stores, or if you live in the neighborhood and you just want to walk up. We have a walk-up window in those stores. So we have 3 ways to get a pizza combined with the fast oven technology. And that, to me, puts us on par with some of the fast food restaurants. We can deliver actually better value with our pizzas than you can going to one of the traditional quick-serve restaurants around town.
How do you inspire other people to innovate?
Well, I think you have to allow them. You have to come in every day and not be carrying a big ball and chain known as an ego around. That suppresses ideas and people that you're surrounded by. You know, I try to come in with 2 ears to listen and try to just keep the pot stirred. You know, sometimes people say, what do you really do? Well, what I do is create urgency. And that is a full-time job. If I can keep the urgency necessary to be successful in a competitive industry like the restaurant business and the more competitive segment of the industry, the pizza segment, that's a full-time job.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the innovation you have here in your training?
Well, we do something in training that's, I don't know, I think it's a little bit unique. You know, we're a restaurant concept that serves the Hispanic community. Many of our transactions are done both in English and in Spanish. We train the same way. We conduct 30 weeks a year. We have training here at the corporate office that is classroom training in the morning, and then in the evening it's actually in the pizza stores. The classroom training is done both in English and in Spanish. We are doing things that are in continuing training. The managers that are active and working in the stores, we host conference calls for them where we can exchange ideas via teleconferencing. For many of these managers, they've never participated in something like that. And you'd be surprised at some of the little pearls of operational wisdom that come from the people that are engaged in the operation every day. So I'm really proud of the fact that we've organized this. We've included more and more people in our training program, and it continues to develop and evolve as a result.
And you're also developing a line of frozen pizzas to sell in grocery stores in the Hispanic communities. Where did that innovation come from?
Well, I think you always have to be thinking about ways to develop the brand, We're very fortunate, even though we might not necessarily be a large restaurant company. I believe we have a very large brand, and we have an obligation to grow the size of the company into the brand. The frozen line of pizzas that we are about to debut are fantastic. The brand, the Patron brand, is easily recognizable, and the pizzas themselves deliver value, just like the pizzas do in the pizza stores. If we can make the Patron brand more well-known, it will bring intrinsic value to the brand of every one of our pizza stores as well.
Is it always easy to recognize innovation when you see it?
I don't know. I think it is. You know, I think when you see something that just all of a sudden you go, wow, why weren't we doing that 5 years ago or a year ago? That's a good sign that that's probably, you've stumbled upon something that's pretty good. So yeah, I think it jumps out at you.
When you're trying to innovate in a company, is it easier to focus on one thing at a time, or do you throw a lot of balls up there in terms of innovation and try to innovate in different areas of the country simultaneously?
Well, you have to be wide open, and I think we have that. We've got several things going on right now. I think the line of frozen pizzas under development is just one thing. We are going to begin testing very soon a take and bake pizza product in some of our stores. That's going to be very fresh for us. The new equipment technology, new oven technology has enabled us to incorporate drive-through windows into many of our stores. Pizza isn't always a food that you think about getting through a drive-through, but because we've cut the cook times down by utilizing some of this new equipment and changing some of the methods inside the store, we're able to make it a legitimate drive-through item. We've got that going. On marketing side, we do a promotion called our monthly Paquetazo. Paquetazo loosely translates into mean the big deal kind of thing. We change that out every month. So on the marketing side, we're trying to keep it fresh and keep it innovative as well.
Well, why did you just opt to do a take and bake program?
Well, you know, whether you like it or not, one of the largest growth segments happening right now is the growth of government assistance with people in food. The SNAP program, the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, is growing by about 20,000 people a day in the United States. What it works out to be is, on average, about $135 per man, woman, and child that's on the program to spend on food. We sell food. We're in the food business. We're developing a take and bake program that would enable us to take the EBT, or the electronic balance transfer cards that are being issued every day. That's a big piece of business. That's a piece of business that we should probably have some of that. And at the same time, we're able to provide excellent value to our customer.
We're talking with Antonio Swad of Pizza Patron. Check out the next part of this series as we explore what it takes to be a leader with guts. For Food Channel Pro, I'm Ellen Codiff.